I am 5'9". She's pretty tall. So the stand comes in a carrying bag. And pray with me that I took out the right stand. I'm pretty sure I did. So you will have connectors like these. Okay, Moon, are you going to put it together for me? Okay. There is a lot of pieces. Oh. Sorry to my neighbors. My apartment is extra echoey. I've moved all the furniture. I am pretty sure I have the right one. I want to show that these connect just like that. And I will show you in a second TikTok. Okay. Good morning, Party Pop Creations. So if you can see, there's this little thing here. And it will connect like that. And I've got to make a few more like this. This piece is a different piece. And this backdrop stand was sponsored from ubackdrop.com. And if you use my code, you could save 10%. My code is AMFAB10. So AMFAB 10. And now I'm just trying to remember where, okay. I've only put this together once. So that's a number 21. So this makes it nice and easy. We have a number 21. And I'm sorry, I know you guys are seeing it backwards. So we're going to match those numbers. So again, we have a 21. Which sign? Somebody's asking about his sign. Okay, so I have one in there. Let's see. Good morning, Crafted by K Joy. Okay, 20. Where are you, 20? I can't find the 20, so I'm going to move to the next one. 16, 17. I saw that. See, 16 goes here, then this is 17, so that means this one is going to go up here. That's probably why I couldn't find the 20, because it's here. Okay, now 3 and 10. I see 10 right here. No, 10 is down here. It'll take a few minutes for me to get this put together. Hi, Deanna. So we have a 3. Okay. I don't see those numbers. What number are you? 9. I don't have a 9. You guys don't go in here. 7. Okay. Trying to remember how this goes together. These have to go in the sides. will figure it out. Just taking a minute. Okay, backdrop. We need to put you together. Smoothie drink. And bonjour, Josephine. Okay. I did this before. How did I do I am lost for a second. Okay, I found a 23. Get back on track. 22. Where is 22? As Dawn would say, raise your hand. Okay. 15. I promise it's really cool once I get it together. 14, where are you? Okay, this is 14. And 13, you gotta be here. Nope. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating on figuring this out. Okay, 25. So 13 and 6. Where are you? Right there. I'm getting there. Okay. You are 12 and 5. Gonna get it. This is a big backdrop. It's an 8x8 side laying art. Okay, where do you go? Okay. Okay, 12 goes over here. Always be careful of your fingers when you're pushing those things in. It's hiding. Oh, okay. I have found it. Okay. 11, where did you go? Over here. We're getting there. It's too tight. Woohoo, we are getting there. It's starting to form. And then I have to put the cover on it. Okay. Where do you belong? Right here. I am sure if I put this together a few times, I would have known exactly. This is the final piece. Okay, the last piece is usually the hardest one to connect. Not at this point, but the very last point. And I'm glad it's made out of metal. Oh, giving me a hard time. I did it. Okay, how long did that take? Wow, too long. Just going to lift it up to show you the size of it. It just scales my ceiling. And I just realized, where am I going to put the garland? She's pretty big. Crafted by K. Joy says, yay. You can't even see the full. Okay, maybe now you guys can see it. Almost the full. Now, I gotta lay it back down because we've gotta put this one on. When you backdrop asked me if I would like to show this stand, they asked me to pick a design for the backdrop. So I love flower walls, but I hate how much space they take up. This doesn't take up very much space. And it looks 3D. I love it. Let's see now about getting it on the stand. It has a zipper. I'm trying to find the end. Where are you? Okay. Where are you, zipper? She's here somewhere. I missed her. There we go. Okay, let me lay this down, and then I will lay the stand on it and zip it up. This would be much easier if you had two people. Okay, so you're going to be the corner. Point is there. This is going to be tricky. It touches the stain a bit. Making sure I'm doing it right. I remember it was much easier putting the cover than putting the stand. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to be zipping. See, much easier than putting the stand together. It should be quiet, Tanya. I get too confident, and that's a treble bruise. And as you can see, both sides are the same on this one. Because it's 3D and it has the sides, it's just one side. Are you seeing the vision? What is it? It's a 3D side laying heart. It's a backdrop. And it is 8 by 8. It is massive in my place. I'm sorry if you guys can't see me right now. I'm almost there, I promise. This is where it gets really tight. You need to have some kind of muscles, I tell you. And she did it. Okay. Come on, ceiling. She's like stuck on my ceiling. I have no idea where I'm going to put the balloons. Maybe they're going to go over here. This thing is so big. I agree, Deanna. 2 people. This is something I need Ron's help. You love it, Tammy. Thank you. I am 5'9". She's pretty tall. You could use these spring clips to attach your garland. So if you see, I just attached it there. Attached it right there. But I'm not going to attach it just yet because we're going to make balloons first. And Mooney, no scratching on the backdrop. Moon, you're always so curious. What? I am going to be using all Sempertex Reflex Gold. And these are sponsored by Balloons.online. Whoa, see? She scared herself. Okay, I'm going to start with some 11-inch. somebody said the size 8 by 8. These are 11-inch balloons. We don't want them to be a pear-shaped. We want them to be round. And then I'm just going to wrap it around and tie it. And I'm going to make another one, the same thing. I am also going to be using 2 60s. I've never seen that happen before. For my defense, these balloons were a little bit older. Okay, where'd that go? And I'm gonna make one more pair. This one will have an 11-inch balloon, and it'll also have 18-inch. And as mentioned, these are Sempertex Reflex Gold. You want your balloons to be nice and round when it comes to garlands. And I am just going to add these 2 pairs and another pair. Twist them over. And we have a cluster. The next one I'm going to make is just going to be all 11-inch balloons. Again, I'm just going to join all the pairs together. So that it's like that. I am going to make some 5-inch clusters. Actually, I'm going to make a bunch of pairs, and then we will put them together. I'm just going to push them like that. I'm going to grab the next one. That one I'm going to twist over. I'm going to grab the next one. Always remember where your center is. We have this. There'll be 2 11-inch balloons and 2 5-inch balloons. I don't want to make the garland too thick. So we'll have it like that. And grab a couple of 5-inch. And just twist them around. So we can add in some like this. So to connect the clusters, I am just going to take one of the balloon necks and another balloon neck and tie them together. So you should have, if you can see that little knot in there. And I'm going to connect another cluster. I am just connecting it with the balloon necks again. And let's connect another one. Hey, Boots. Okay. Trying to get away. I'm not allowed to get away. So these are Sempertex 260s. Again, Reflex Gold. I gave them all this stretch. You need 4 for this. I probably gave too much air. So that's what I had left over. Approximately the same size. What would be the top things recommended? First of all, don't buy too much inventory. Buy it as you go. That's one thing that I could tell you. Another thing is quality balloons. Sempertex, Tuftex, Calisan, those type of brands. Okay, I don't know if I let out too much air. We shall see, but they're nice and soft. So, I'm going to make one bubble, just like that. I'm going to hold that bubble. And I'm gonna make one super soft. On the other side, like so. And wait a minute, no, hold on. Did I forget? No, that is right. So one bubble, I'm holding it, 2 bubbles. So we are going to connect them. Yeah. We're going to connect them just like that. Now over here, I'm going to make 2 bubbles. So there should be, including that one, there'll be 3, but I just made 2. Hold that and make 1 bubble from this part, and now twist those together so you have to start. Now, with this balloon, you're going to make 2 bubbles. I always like to hold it in this hand, like so. And now you want to make 1 bubble on this one. And now you're going to join them together. So at first, you're going to have this. Now you're going to come back to these 2 in the middle. First of all, give every one of them a squeeze. So I'm going to make 1 bubble. I'm going to hold it. And I'm making another bubble. These are both the center balloons. Now we should be here. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to make 2 bubbles. I'm going to hold it. And I made 1 bubble with this one. Now I'm going to bring them together. Just like so. Now we're going to go back over here and put 2 bubbles and then 1 bubble. I'm going to hold it. And then you're going to twist those together. And now we're going to go back, these 2 middle ones, 1 bubble, and twist. First I'm going to give it a squeeze. So 1 bubble, hold it, and twist them. So this is where we should be at. Okay, I'm going to go back to this one. 2 bubbles, 1 bubble. So I did the 2, I'm going to hold it. Coming too big. And we're going to twist them. of this. Now I'm going to make 2 bubbles, 1 bubble, and twist. I'm going to hold it. And lock them together. Okay, we're going to go back to the middle. First, I'm going to give a good squeeze. And I'm going to make 1 bubble, or a ball, whatever you want to call it. So 1 and 1, and then twist. But make sure you hold every time. And I'm going to twist them. Hello, how are you? I'm going to make 2 bubbles and 1 bubble. I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to twist those together. Oh, I'm sure there is, Priv. So now over here we're going to make 2 bubbles and 1 bubble. Yes, I will be adding this. The live replay is happening right now on YouTube. And I will be editing it after. 1 bubble. So this is where we are. Now I'm going to go back to these 2, and I'm going to make 1 bubble, 1 bubble. You are very welcome, and I was thinking about you the other day to core it up. I felt so bad you had asked me about doing this. So here we go. Twist those 2. And we are here. Squeeze. I'm going to make 2 bubbles and then 1 bubble, twist. So 1, 2, I'm holding that, and I made the 1 there. Now we're going to go back over here, 2 bubbles, 1 bubble, twist together. Hold it before you make that last bubble. So this is where I am. We're going to go back to these middle ones. 1 bubble, 1 bubble. Hold after that bubble. and twist together. Just giving a good squeeze. Okay, we are going to go back to this one. 2 bubbles, hold, 1 bubble, twist. So there's 1 bubble, 2 bubbles, I'm holding it. And twist it. So now we need 2 bubbles, hold, 1 bubble, twist. This is where we are. Gonna give a squeeze. I might have given too much air in these. So, again, we are gonna go back to the middle, 1 bubble hold, 1 bubble twist. So 1 bubble, hold it, I made the next bubble, twist it. Two bubbles hold, 1 bubble twist. Here, 2 bubbles, hold, 1 bubble, and twist. We're going to go back to the middle. And give another squeeze. Okay, we're going to go back to the middle. 1 bubble hold, 1 bubble twist. I think, Pascalina, you said these you found easier than just the regular pearls. And if you're busy, it's okay, you don't need to type. I'm going to go back to 2 bubbles and 1 bubble. Again, over here, 2 bubbles and 1 bubble. So I have 2. Now we will twist. Thank you very much, Cheryl. I'm going to give a squeeze again. Okay, we are going back to the middle. One bubble hold, one bubble twist. Uh-oh, how did that happen? Never had that happen before. Okay, let me get back there. Okay, one bubble, two bubbles. No, you guys are too small. I must have not locked it in good enough. Okay. I'm all fixed. You could barely do it flat. I don't know how I'm doing it this way. I'm usually laying it on a table. So I'm going to go back to the middle, and we're going to do one bubble hold, one bubble twist. It's tricky, I tell you. And I'm going to twist. And it's not my first rodeo, no. It's been a few. Okay, squeeze time. Okay, we're gonna go back to this one. Two bubbles, hold, one bubble, twist. Gonna go back to this side, two bubbles, one bubble, twist. Almost getting to the end, almost. I prefer Sempertex or Garland. Those are my two favorite. So we're gonna go back to the middle, one bubble, and twist. And I prefer to do these with chrome balloons. I just find it works better that way, the chrome. Yeah, I should have inflated less air. So, I'm gonna go back here, two bubbles, hold, one bubble, twist. And we're gonna go to the other side, two bubbles here, hold, one bubble, twist. So we have the first, we have the second, I'm holding it, And this balloon is getting kind of tight. We can make it work. See if we can get one more row. So I'm gonna squish. We're gonna go back to these two in the middle. One bubble, and twist. We are back here. Now we are going to do 2 bubbles, hold, 1 bubble, twist. Twist those together. And we're going to come back over here, 2 bubbles, hold, 1 bubble, and twist. That was going to make me jump. Holding that one. I'm not sure what's going on TikTok, but I think this is the lowest numbers that I've seen in my life. And I think that was definitely the last row. So now, I'm going to just snip the ends. You want to hold that. And tie those ends together carefully without losing your bubbles. Tie it twice. And then trim off. Wait, no, don't trim it off just yet. We may use that to tie it into the garland. This is where you struggle, is at the end. Ooh. Okay, I just did what you were talking about. Let me tie this end. Okay. I'm gonna hold that in between. I'm gonna let it go for now. So we just need 1 bubble. Hold that bubble. Okay. I'm going to pull this around here, under, and hopefully that secures it. I was going to pop that, but it did it on its own. I set up a heart backdrop. We're going to be adding a garland and some different 260s. But I think we're only going to do 1 of these. might need this for this next one. We're again doing 260s. This one is going to take, I believe it was 8. No, we're gonna do a different one first. So 4 balloons. So I think I'm gonna make a chain. I inflated 5 pumps of air. This is what I have left over. I released some air before tying it. So you'll have this. And do one more set. That was squeaky. Okay, some of you saw me making this chain last week, I believe it was. So you're just going to take one connect them together. Now last week I was making this first part small, but I think it should be a little bit bigger. So I twisted 2 of them together like this. Now you're going to take this part and go right over there and twist. And you're going to take these and do the same. So we're going to keep going. Give it a squeeze. You are very welcome, Shao. And I'm glad to hear. And thank you, Karen. So I'm going to continue bringing that down. Let's see, do we have enough? Okay, so I am going to bring it down. twist it together. And whoops, sorry about that. Right in front of you guys. I'm just snipping those ends. And now I'm going to tie it together. These two, we can bring these up. This section will be hidden. Yes, it is. It is. I agree 1,000%. Just gonna trim those. You're almost there and then you let go. So this end, we will tuck it in somewhere where you won't see it. But here is the chain. So far we will be adding, I don't know, I call this, reminds me of a scarf. Like I would make this in different colors for a snowman. So we have the beads, we have the chain. Oh yes, okay. I think we need 4 again. You didn't see it. The replay will be on YouTube. I'm going to do 5 pumps and release some of that air. Hopefully that's going to be good. Hello everybody on YouTube. And I forgot to show you guys, this is what's left over. And we're going to tie those together. And you're going to do one more set. Okay. That's why I brought out the cart. It's so much easier for me to just wheel it away. So now you're going to join them. And we're going to make 2 bubbles here. So that we have that. Now I gotta remember. Okay. I forget sometimes too. So we have the 2 bubbles like that. You're gonna fold this over. You're gonna bring these from the back. And you're going to twist them together. Then you're going to push that down, and these will come up. Thank you very much. And I'm going to twist these two. Then again, you're going to push those down, bring the ones from the back up, and you're going to twist. What is this one? I'm not sure what to call this one. I think it's great to use for leaves, so we'll call this the leaf. So again, we're going to push that down. These are going to come up and twist. These are going to get pushed down. These are going to come up and twist. And I need to give it a squeeze. So always the ones that you twisted, you're going to push that down, bring up the bottom set, and twist. Push those down, bring these up, and twist. I'm going to push those down. Let's see. Can I do it? Okay, push those down. Twist. Now it's ending this one. Okay, I know what to do. I'm going to create two bubbles together. So it's like that. I will be getting rid of that after. And I'm going to hold over here while I snip that off. Tie it. This one looks like Elsa's hair. Yes, it does. I think when I made these the other day, I was fooling around saying it was my braid. Okay, so I snipped those off. I'm going to hold here. Snip those off. Carefully tie it before I lose that hair. Then I'm going to bring this neck, if I can get it. So I brought that right through, and I'm going to tie it. Now we're going to do another style. I think one more style. And start putting it all together. Let's see. This next one is going to take, you are very welcome, 8 260s. If I am right. 3, inflate all 8. Again, I did 5 pumps, release some air, so you'll end up with like this amount. And you want to make 4 pairs. No going on the counter, Missy. Okay, so you have your 8. You're going to have 1 like this, and 3 are going to go like how I'm showing. Now I'm going to twist it. So if you could see, we have the 3 pairs plus this pair. Now, I thought I could use that, but I don't know. We're going to try it like this. Okay. We are going to take 1 from over here, and then we're going to go underneath and take that one. And then we're going to twist. Going to grab the next one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to the front. Then I'm going to go back there. Twist it there. Hold on, now I got confused for a second. Yeah, I'm going to twist it there. And I'm going to go back here, bringing this one to the front. And I'm going to the back. This one is kind of tricky. I usually have this down flat. So again, I'm going to grab that one. I'm going to take the one at the back. And take this one on with that one. We're going to twist it. And I'm going to go back to this side, go underneath. Hopefully I'm doing it right. I'm going back here. I'm going back to this side. Confusion says, and we go there. Okay, so how are they all over there? I feel like I did something wrong. Okay, I'm going to go back here, back there, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. It could be wrong, because I do see the effect happening. Okay, now I'm getting to this point, so I'm going to, did I miss a couple? It's a good possibility. Let's see if I'm going to make it work. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this schmarts this. I feel like I definitely messed up somewhere. Okay, I'm going to twist those two in together. I don't know what I did to this part. The backdrop cover and the stand is from U Backdrop. Well, I am going to take that and put it over here. Yep. I'm going to tie these together. Let me take some air out. You're welcome. It's ubackdrop.com. And you save 10% with code MFAB10. Okay. And you can come over there. We'll get rid of these after. Thank you. See you more. I just snipped that one. I'm going to fish it under here. Tie it together. I know this one I always had an issue at the end. Hello, Customs Crafty. And I'm going to do the same thing with that one. I think it works. You love making these? I haven't made one in quite a while now. And I didn't even bother giving myself a refresher. Just go and make it again. I'm going to pull that up under. YouTube, are you seeing it okay? I've realized I was kind of on the side there. Okay, now I just need to get rid of that and that. And I'm just going to tie it. I feel like I messed up somewhere, but it still all kind of flows together. I love these. Okay, so we did what we're calling the scarf. This one I usually call it a braid, although this one is more like a braid. We'll call this one Elsa's hair. And then the easiest one of all is the chain. You wish you could come, I know, I think you're all the way UK. So I have a balloon neck, and I'm just tying it to another balloon neck. And I'm going to attach the garland to the backdrop using spring clips. I will show you what I'm talking about. Spring clips. So I have this size, and then I have these ones, which are the big ones. I believe these are 4 inches, which usually 4 inches is good enough. You can use a 260 or a 160. And I am just tying it into a loop. And then I will add it to the clip. So you see, I just added it to the clip, and this will go over the balloons. Add that one there. And add this one to the stand. Right there. Okay, I'm going to try it with those 2 first. Hopefully you guys were able to see what I did there. I think I'm going to put another one over here. And once I put some fillers, you won't be able to see the clip. Sometimes instead of tying neck to neck, I will grab a 260, pull the air out, and tie it. You'll see it becomes super skinny, slim. There's no air, so it's a lot better. And it's going to be just like a giant rubber band. But sometimes it's much easier to connect than tying the knots. It connects. That's better. And now I'm going to add some of these. I am actually just going to take the necks and tie it right onto the 260 that's on the spring clip. So I'm going to use the 260 rubber band. Just going to wrap it around there. And trying to cover up where the clip is. Doesn't matter if I could see that string because I'm going to cover it with the other things that we made. I would have preferred to make this garland bigger today, but I don't want to keep you guys here for 2 days. So I will keep it a good size. the prettiness in. So I'm just going to place them in random spots for a second. Now all those pieces that I cut off earlier, maybe I can use those to attach these. I'm going to tie it right onto one of these balloon necks. But I'm tying it under the nozzle so that when I pull, it shouldn't come off. If you see that. Okay, so that created a connection point for me. And I just gotta figure out where. So I'm just gonna use the end of the 260. And I'm gonna wrap it around a balloon. A few times. And again, I'm just going to wrap it around some balloons. No tying. Connection piece. Needs some movement. Sure we're good there. picked a better spot. Just tie it 260. Thank you, Customs. Thank you, thank you. Okay. There. We are going to pretend that she's connected on this side too. Carefully add it to the end. Tie it. Of course, twice. And then I'm going to tie it to the other side. Just using those 260 ends that were at the end of the chain. Now, come like that, and you have to get back there. I am going to use a UGLU Dash just to secure this one. To glue dot it. Sometimes I just find it easier to glue dot than to use the 260s. So that is the size of her. So we have the Elsa braid, as we called it. We have the scarf. And we have this kind of a braid. And we have the chain. And the back of the backdrop is the same as on the front.